Hey, y'all. Listen, happy Monday. Okay, I'm over here eating my snack. I'm gonna put my snack away. I love popcorn. Popcorn is one of my favorite snacks, but y'all ain't come here to hear all that. Listen, guys, happy Monday. Y'all know what today is. We're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville recap. You know what? Child, I'm cold too. And I got on my pajamas. I had to give me a little sweater. Listen, Love and Marriage Huntsville, they giving us a show this season. They giving us a show. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a whole lot. So we're gonna see how this thing ends up panning out. Okay. But they gave us a show. You know, Martel, he a piece of work, tried to get big and bad with Marsau and forgot Marsau lent him money when he was broke, down and out. Didn't have nothing. Okay. Lent him some funds. Yes, he did. Then we got Letitia, the girls packing up their orders, being entrepreneurs. And then Marcel comes over and wants to redirect the whole situation. We're going to talk about it. I like Kimmy's friend, Andrea. They look like they could be sisters. I swear to goodness, those two look like they could be sisters. But we're going to get into it with them. You know, Kimmy, I thought Kimmy was stronger than she really is. I'm rooting for Kimmy. But Kimmy, we'll talk about it. Bet on Blaque commercial. We had some stuff go on. Okay, the Bet on Blaque commercial. Those two. We got Marsau and Martel. And he letting Marsau know that Melody can talk. Him and Melody, they were that couple when they was together. Martel, I know he really missed Melody, but dude, you messed up. So to all the guys out there, I know y'all had one that got away. Because when I meet these guys, I'll be like, come on now. Y'all ran into somebody who was the one. Y'all just messed up. Yeah, I'm praying for all you guys that let the good one get away. It's your fault. Y'all messed up. But we'll talk about it. Okay? And Kiki and Melody. Kiki is a piece of work. She a piece of work. Telling family secrets. When you got a cousin like Kiki, you don't need no enemies. I promise you that. No, you do not. Okay? Child. That part right there, Letitia, is a piece of work. But y'all know how we do over here. Thank y'all all for being here. Okay? Y'all know what we need to do. I need a what? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. We about to board this train for a Monday night recap, okay, of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville is coming back on top. Okay? I don't feel sorry for her no more either. No, you can't. She don't want to be saved. What's that song? Don't try to save her. She don't want to be saved. She like it. I don't love it, but she like it, and it's her marriage, so we gotta let her do what she do. But she definitely don't want to be saved. Oh, look, what you say? Here we go. What somebody say? Hold on one second. I saw something. Oh, my hair looking good. Well, thank you. I'm trying over here. We trying. Appreciate you. Hit the like button, people. Don't cheat the diva. Don't cheat the diva. I'm about to board this train, y'all, because we're going to get this thing started. Hey, E.
Hey, my born-again virgin sister. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Okay. And no, we ain't going to let nobody tell us no different.
Correct.
Come on, born-again virgin. Okay. Who going to check us, boo?
Hashtag virgin.
Hashtag. I cannot. Hey, Leo.
Hey y'all, choo choo. Not born here.
Juanita.
Hey Diva. Choo
hey,
choo.
In my opinion. Hey,
Diva.
Hey. And hey, Dustin. I'm glad to see you there. 48, you gotta email me.
Hey Diva, how you doing, Diva?
I'm doing well. 48, if you can hear me, you gotta email me. Okay.
She said in the private chat, Diva, that her email wouldn't go through.
So my email address?
Check the private chat.
Okay, you know, y'all know I can't multitask.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we gotta somebody put my email in the private chat. Help me out, y'all. Because we gotta get connection here. We gotta connect. Okay.
Hey Diva, my bad.
Hey, boo. All right. Listen, maybe I wrote the email wrong. That's a possibility. Whoa. but I'm gonna get you the right email address. We're gonna see. We're gonna make this work. Okay. Listen, guys, let's get right into this situation right here. Let's talk about it. Okay. Martel is still, when it starts off, he's still at the construction site.
Yeah, go
ahead, Dustin. Yes.
Can I say something to Robin? I'd like to pray for Robin. I heard she's in the hospital, so I missed her. I heard she's in the hospital still. On Juice's panel, or I was on Juice's chat, and she said that she's still in the hospital. So everybody in this panel needs to pray for Robin.
Definitely so. I didn't realize that.
Most definitely.
Oh, thank you, Dustin.
You're welcome.
Okay, I will get with her later. I didn't realize she was still in the hospital. I thought she got out. Thank you for that update. Okay, so Martel is still at the construction site with Chris and his friend. They love to be at construction sites, and like we said before, I want to see a finished product. Okay, but anywho,
so do I, Diva.
Come on now.
I want to see a finished product. I'm so tired of seeing this part. I want to see a finished product. I want to see a finished house.
Yes, I do. So they at this thing, and Martel he's hyped up. He's talking mess, okay, saying that Marsau needs to put some respect on his name, him and Melody, because if it wasn't for Melody and him, the Scots wouldn't be anything. Okay, that's what Martel said. Pretty much, ain't nothing more happened at that little site. Then, you know, we get to Letitia and the girls. We got a scene with Letitia and the girls in their hair care line. And they had 175 or what is it, something like that. And they needed to print up, package up, and do whatever with the orders. Okay, so I appreciate that, you know, they got a little business going on. And then Marsau comes over. And why are we still talking about this Blaque Expo? Somebody give me a break. It's over. It happened. Let's move forward and let it go. Still talking about the Blaque Expo, and I'm done. Okay. And then I'm going to add this scene to the conversation. You know, Kimmy friend comes over, Andrea. And those two, I promise you, they look like sisters. I like Andrea. Now, are they about to slide Andrea up into our face? I don't know. Time will tell. We have to see. But, you know, Kimmy said, you know, now we finding out that Kimmy's not as strong as we thought she was. She said when she met Maurice, he thought she was prettier than she ever thought she was herself. I was like, what are you talking about, Kimmy? So that's part of Kimmy's problem, y'all. Did y'all hear her say that? She said, you know, when Maurice met me, he thought I was so pretty. I didn't even think I was that pretty as he thought I was. Then she said she doesn't feel pretty now because, you know, she doesn't have hair and everything that she went through. No, I know this isn't the first time we've seen Andre. That's why I'm thinking they're trying to slide her into our face a little bit more, into our face, into our space. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like they moving, you know, her in. So we got her talking about, you know, she doesn't feel sexy. She needs to do things. Yeah, low self-esteem. She needs to do some things, you know, to feel sexy. She doesn't have any hair right now. See, I think that part of the reason why Kimmy is focused on all of this is because she got a husband who doesn't realize, to God be the glory, he still got a wife here on this side of the earth. This girl fought for her life with breast cancer, and all he got is, can I get some? He thinking about sex. And now Kimmy's trying to find every type of way, which way to figure out how she can pleasure this man. She better than me. Yeah, he might have left me right there when I was getting on some chemotherapy, because I would have had a whole lot of few words for that brother. He's ridiculous. Come on, Sheila. He's ridiculous. It just doesn't even make any sense. And I'll do those 3 scenes right there. E, what are your thoughts?
Well, I have a lot to say. So Melody, no, not Melody. I'll get to Melody in a minute. Martel was so mad hearing about Marsau letting it be known that he has helped Martel in a lot of ways. And Martel had the nerve to let it slip in his fit of rage and say, God don't play and God sees all. And I just immediately thought, Izzy Kizzy, what do we have here? God, not the man that was cheating on his wife all these years with all these different mistresses. Now God sees all. I thought that was so interesting for
and God don't play, and neither do I.
Yes. And I really felt like Martel should have just shut his mouth, trying to bring up God. Don't act like a friend if you're not going to be a friend. He kept reiterating that point in the scene and in the confessional. These men are incapable of being friends to anyone, which is another component which makes them terrible husbands. They're not even a friend to themselves. They barely bank on themselves. And truthfully, the biggest bank any of these men truly have is the bank of their women who they trap and burden with these babies. The bank of Melody Rogers and the bank of Letitia Moore. Certified funds, please. That's the big, I mean, come on. We have to keep it all the way 100. And then let's fast forward, because when I saw Tisha and Marsau taking a page out of T.I. and Tiny's book, and they went and picked up Macy and Moulin Rouge from Miss Wanda's house to film for the weekend, all I could think was, yes, yes, yes. Don't think for 1 second I didn't think that they were filling up those hair care bottles with tap water. Allegedly. How do you have 175 orders, but you still haven't responded to my email inquiry from 3 weeks ago? Remember, Diva, I went on their website and sent them an inquiry about how to place a bulk order, and I still haven't received a response back. So, Marsau and Letitia, if you're in the bushes, I'm still waiting. My favorite part of this scene was when Marsau dropped so much knowledge and told y'all what I've been saying to you all for 3 weeks in a row now. In business, there are no genders. You address people by their last name and keep the pronouns neutral, because cancel culture is real. Ain't no friends, ain't no genders. And if you got a husband or a wife, you leave their ass at home. I also agree with Marsau. By Stormy calling him the B word every 5 minutes, she is fishing for a reaction. And him not giving her one makes her even more angrier. And I tell you, Marsau was on top of his game this episode. Marsau 700, Stormy 0. We have a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. And when it comes to Kimmy, you can tell that Kimmy and Andrea are really, truly friends. You can tell that they're sister friends. And that was a good moment to see. But it just elaborated for me even more that Kimmy is not real friends with Letitia, Melody, Tiffany, or Stormy. And Kimmy, yes, you deserve everything you get with that Maurice. And no, I don't have any sympathy for you. Just go check all the, get a blue light, go down to credit 1 and make sure there's no stains on the new floor that the brother putting in. Enjoy.
Thank you, E. Leo, your thoughts?
Once I pick, clear the phlegm out my throat and pick my mouth off the ground, y'all got me coming here behind E. And so I totally agree. I see Marsau. I said this last week. Marsau is a shade assassin. I'm telling you, the man is clever with the stuff that he say. And when he peeped out what Stormy was trying to do, that he was not about to let her get up under his skin, he played her all the way to the left. And before that, Martel, to me, when I heard Martel going on this whole rant about Melody this and Melody that, I mean, she always been a speaker, and we always had banking. We had businesses, and we put them on, and they asked us. I felt like he was covering up for the fact that he had a good woman, and they had a good partnership, and he effed that up
big time.
he effed that up, and now he back in the background now doing all this barking like a chihuahua, talking about all this stuff that they had going on, and he don't need Marsau don't need to be talking about her. Man, if that was your woman and you felt that way all that time, then you should have treated her better. So now you should have respected your marriage. You should have respected your vows. And now you saying this. Now it rings hollow to me. It means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I still can't get. I don't have it from Martel, but Marsau. I'm gonna say this again. Marsau is a shade assassin.
He is.
He a shade assassin. Y'all been sleeping, not y'all, but I'm just saying that people been sleeping on Marsau. When he ain't getting on my nerves, I can truly give credit to the fact that he be clipping them from the side. He be catching victims in the background. Like he is very, very, very clever with his words when he talking to these women.
He is. I will say this. Let's be clear. You don't come to a business meeting and keep calling somebody a bitch, right?
Where they do that at?
Where they do that
in business professionally?
Right. You don't. And she was trying to get a reaction out of him. 100% she was. And so yeah, everything that come out his mouth in terms of that whole situation, it was not wrong. But in Stormy, it's a shame because she has a multi-million-dollar business. And although she's doing extremely well, I think she is going to get locked out of some doors because she gotta get a little bit better. Your business and your appearance, it gotta line up. It gotta line up.
And I'm gonna say this from Stormy's point of view, and I hope she gets some information from people. You don't let small bees make your world, right? If he was the B word, then why you playing into it, Stormy, when you supposed to be that chick with this business and making the money and really doing your own thing for your family and your legacy and your wealth building? You don't let small people make your world. You don't engage in these things because they don't make you, they don't create you, and they don't break you.
Absolutely.
So why are you engaging in this with Marsau?
Why you stooping down? Why you in the mud? Why you slinging in the mud with them? I'm coming back to you, Savannah. But Robin, hey, I didn't know you were still in the hospital. Can you talk? All right, guys. Maybe I gotta come back to Robin. But Savannah, your thoughts?
Okay. So although this episode didn't give us much, I gotta say they are bringing it, because when I was able to connect with both Martel and Marsau, I in this episode I just knew, okay, they're on to something this season, and I am by far no fans of either one of them, but Martel, just please get out of that house. My goodness, this has to be the longest squatter situation I've seen on any reality TV show or any even scripted show. I took it all the way back in the 60s, 70s. I couldn't even recall someone staying so long where in a place that he needed to leave. And I believe I heard somewhere that he ended up costing Chris that listing because the owners went with another realtor. And I'm not understanding why doesn't he just get an apartment? Why does he think he's too good for an apartment or a place to stay? I need him to move on. And he felt that by Chris putting up that sign, he thought he had more time, but I just didn't understand his logic. Now, Marsau, he is such a double talker about nothing, because I was trying to follow along with what he was saying in his conversation with Chris and Martel, but he was being very careful and very strategic in the heated conversation, because he knew that he had dirt, or he was careful not to spill the dirt, but at the same time try to get his point across, because Martel was speaking truth. Marsau and Tisha wouldn't be in the position that they're in if it wasn't for Melody's idea. And then for them to negate Melody and her business acumen and where she has started from, and Martel let it be known that that Melody was basically the brains and behind the operation for Holt, and how Skolt came about as well. But he was being very careful not to spill any dirt that could come back and be used at him later on, even in the reunion. And so that because Martel, I've heard before that he did borrow money from them after the separation. So and the scene with Kim,
if you notice, Martel calmed down.
oh yes,
he calmed all the way down, because he's like, how do you forget that you borrow money from somebody?
exactly, because it wasn't just a couple hundred that he borrowed. So yeah, exactly, because he knew it was like they were being very careful of their words and guarded, and not to spill dirt on each other or anything that can incriminate them later on. I'm so through with Kimmy. I don't even want to discuss that scene. I appreciated her friend, but until Kimmy gives us something else, this absolutely nothing but, again, a conversation about sex with a man who has no regard of holding you up like a queen, as you should be, especially in your time of healing. And if you allow that, then I'm not going to support it. So I absolutely dismiss Kimmy's scenes completely. Um, I did get frustrated with the Marsau coming in when Tisha was trying to connect with her beautiful young girls, and then trying to get them into the business of what they had going on. But then when Marsau came in and just like, okay, this isn't right, and he just kind of messed up their vibe and their flow, and I would love to see the girls be a little. I don't know. I've just seen the M&M kids, how they are all about their products. I hope that they bring the little girls out a little bit more, and get them involved and teach them about business, finance, saving, being entrepreneurs, and that they really do pick that up more as a storyline. I was confused by his conversation with Tisha about the feedback of the event. Although I'm tired of hearing about the event, when Tisha said that her goal was to get the original 6 involved, but when they were not excited and on board, then it discouraged her. And I was like, the only person that didn't want to do it was Melody. So because Melody wasn't involved, then she said it threw the game off. And then Marsau said that the purpose of the feedback or the expo was not to inspire new entrepreneurs, but to assist already made entrepreneurs and have community banks there. So again, a conversation, he's always double talking, and it's always about nothing. And I just didn't. And I get more affection from the greeter at Walmart than Marsau gave Tisha when he came in. That side hug, just like, what, if this is your babe, your boo, your wife, it should have been a little squeeze or something. But that was just a quick side hug. I was like, okay, you could tell they're hiding their truth. So,
they
not
do Will and Jada. That's
a real life Will and Jada on scene. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. But that's all I have for this scene.
Thank you. No problem. Juanita, you're up.
Okay. Now, when Martel was going off on Marsau, I was all for it. But Marsau is a smooth operator. When he busted them about that loan and money, I had to clutch my pearls. What? He talking all this bad talking, done borrowed money? I'm like, oh, wow.
But you know
go
what?
ahead, Marsau, you got him there.
Wait, Juanita, I'm gonna let you finish, but you know what though? he trumped him right there, but he trumped him in a nice way because he could have came
Yep.
at him harder. He trumped him
Right.
in a nice way. But
He
go ahead.
did. He did. And Kimmy, I've just given up on her. It's just ain't no hope. She's gonna do what Kimmy wants to do. I don't know. She needs to build her self-esteem up. She needs to do something. But and then Martel and Martel sticking up for Melanie. He know he messed up. But then again, I have to agree with him. Marsau and Tisha is trying to be the next Martel and Melanie. So, he had a point there. And they wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for he and Melanie helping them out, giving them a start. Even though Martel said he had to loan him some money after the divorce. So that's let's see, what was the other scene? Was that the last scene?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You talked about Kimmy and her friend, right?
Yeah, I like Kimmy's friend, Andrea. She's a down to earth person, so she's good to go.
She is. And I swear to goodness, those two look like they could be sisters. But you know what? Kimmy doesn't have a storyline without Munster.
Right.
He has nothing. They have nothing without Munster.
Right.
And I don't know if we're going to see him later, but if he's not on anymore, I'm glad because they were just using him.
Right. Right. And her storyline has run out.
It's done. It's a wrap because I'm tired of hearing about their non-existent sex life.
Right.
In my opinion, your thoughts?
Okay, so Marsau and Martel are two of the same people. And Marsau's trying to keep his information from coming out. And how I feel about Kimmy is if you like it, I love it. That's it and that's all, Diva.
Well, thank you. 48, what's up?
Hey Diva.
Hey.
So I'm gonna say for Miss Kimmy, I really don't like her. I don't respect her. Once I found out like she was a home wrecker, a whore, I really have no respect for her. But like as far as Stormy and everything, I don't see like what's the big problem because he is always like nice nasty. So if you're nice nasty to me, I'm gonna just be nasty. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm not gonna make you figure out how I feel. If I feel like you a female dog, I'm gonna tell you. And he was. Like that's my opinion.
And I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Dustin, your thoughts? Are you there, Dustin? Oh, all right. Hey, lovable Lisa. I haven't seen you in a minute. How are you? I'm gonna come to you. You on mute, babe.
My fault. I thought I took it out.
No
Yeah. How y'all guys doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I know you're gonna whip me. Don't take out the
Well, I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah, but I do put the like button. I go back and I watch it, and I push the like button for
I
you.
appreciate you. Thank you.
But my thing of it is, my soul's getting on my nerves. Just like the other caller had said. Now you want to come at me like you're a female dog? I'm gonna treat you like that, okay? I don't think nothing Stormy said was wrong about him. I don't know what's wrong with him. He want to come after these women. He want to come after these women, and it's just wrong for me. Now I don't people, and this something wrong. It's something wrong with them. It's wrong something to me. It's something wrong with him and Tisha. I don't know what's the problem of it. I'm not feeling them. I guess I'm not feeling them like I used to. I used to really be feeling him and I used to feel Tisha, but ever since I watched that last reunion when she told me, she said Mel don't have no soul. I said, nah, girl, no. Let's back up. Let's back up. Because I had boycotted it for a while by watching this season. So my thing of it is, y'all getting everything y'all deserve. get on get on that. But I love Kimmy. I don't know why everybody got a problem with Kimmy. I love me some Kimmy. I do. But I love me some Kimmy. I do. I can understand about her sexual drive not going because she had cancer. You know, I heard when you have cancer, it does when you go through that radiation and all that right there, kind of get rid of the cancer. It does something to your body. So I can understand it, but I kind of like him. I really do. But Marsau and that Tisha, no, they got some pretty kids. They got some beautiful kids.
Yes, they
They
do.
do. Yeah, but right there, I'm glad. I am so glad that my tail got on him too, because let me tell you something. You wouldn't be who you are without them.
Yeah.
Montel, it was. I have heard this. I have heard this more. People, some people live in Alabama said that Montel and Melanie was that couple. They was that couple. They was that big couple. And I believe they brought y'all on the scene. You gonna pay like what he did for you didn't happen, and it did. So yeah, you gave him a few dollars after because he got messed up in divorce. Him and Melanie both said they had to file for bankruptcy during a divorce. So you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you threw a little dollars at him, but what he did for you and your family, nah, you don't come at me like that, and you don't come at my ex-wife like that. Like she ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because Melanie get paid for speaking and everything. So you know, my soul can go sit down somewhere, sit on some bricks somewhere.
Oh my, not the bricks.
Yeah, I can sit on the bricks, baby.
Thank you, Lisa. Emmanuel, your thoughts?
Okay, well, first of all, Martel coming over here trying to defend Melody truly means nothing because if Melody was so awesome, then you probably shouldn't have cheated on her in the first place.
Oh my.
Okay, I also got to say I agree with everything that E said earlier about Marsau. I think he's speaking the truth when it comes to Stormy. I would never want to do any type of partnership with Stormy because you do not go to a professional meeting rolling your eyes, not engaging and calling people a B. That is not what you do in a business setting. And another thing is true that in business there really is no gender because that creates problems. Okay, that's what women have been fighting for all these years, for equality. So you're finally getting equality, so when you're in the workplace there's not going to be any gender roles. Everybody is equal. When it comes to relationships, that's something else. And then I want to say this: Tisha and Marsau Scott have become the stars of this show because they are literally in the center of every single storyline. They have taken over and this is their show.
I'm trying to breathe.
Whether you like them or not, that's a different thing. But I do think they are like the center right now. And
That's facts.
Yeah, it is. And I also think that discussion that Marsau was having with Martel, it looked very edited. So I feel like they took a lot of stuff out. But the way when Marsau said, I never lent you money, and the way that, because Martel was so hyped, and the way he just like slowly like remembered.
He popped the balloon. He popped the balloon. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It probably was a lot of editing, but yeah, he definitely popped the balloon. You don't forget when somebody lends you thousands of dollars, and like he said, he got the text messages of you returning the money. He said you paid me back. He said you paid me back. It was a mess. I mean, I do see how you're coming to a conclusion that this is their show because they're in the center of everything. I see how you're proposing that. I see. I'm gonna let it marinate, but I will say this: even if they are, they will be nothing.
Can you hear me, Diva?
Yes, 1 second, Dustin. Yes, I do, and I'll come to you. They will be nothing if Melody and Martel left the show. They won't be able to hold this down on their own because you see this sister-in-law, she don't have a storyline. Maurice and Kimmy have no storyline. But can I say
Can you
they
hear me,
probably
Diva?
yes, I can, Dustin. Am I going to say that they probably holding down the show? Probably, because now they got Keke up there, and Keke she with the mess. She with the mess. Dustin, go ahead. Your thoughts?
First, I want to apologize that I was on mute. I didn't know that I was on mute, so I apologize for that, Diva. And my thoughts are this: this show has really took a turn for the. I didn't think the season was gonna bring anything, but I think it's gonna start bringing some stuff. And what you said, I agree with everything you said, Diva. I'm sorry, I got dropped out, so I don't know where you're at, but I agree with everything you said, and I appreciate you going live, Diva. I'm sorry I got dropped out of here.
No, it's no problem. It's no problem. But yeah, so right now, yes, are they in every scene pretty much? Yes. Are they in every storyline? Yes. Can they hold this thing down on their own?
No, I can answer that question, Diva. I can't hold the show. I can't. They can't hold the show down by themselves. I can answer
Right.
that question.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Now, as far their family has a storyline, I will agree with that 100%.
I was just going to say that because really, I've been telling y'all for weeks, Miss Wanda needs to come back.
Yeah,
and really, Mel doesn't have a storyline. She's running around like the cousin of Letitia and gossiping, and we'll get to that in a moment. Martel has nothing. Kimmy and Maurice have nothing. Everybody is talking about Marsau and Letitia. Period.
I'll give y'all that.
And
Whatever, though. How about this show? Whatever, but I'll give y'all that. That's facts. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
because don't nobody else want their tea spread it out on the internet.
Well, we've already seen Melody of Martel's tea, and it keeps brewing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all that. But yes, their family is a storyline, that's for sure. You get Kiki, Miss Wanda, that uncle up there, and they gonna shut down on and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay? Because Kiki is for the mess. Now let me give me a minute. Mute yourself. I'm gonna give these last scenes, okay? Miss Wanda, let me see if I can get Miss Wanda up here, but we'll see. Let me see
that
what
would be
Huh?
That would be awesome if you could.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see if we can get Miss Wanda to come through the building. Okay, so
I'll work on it, Diva.
Thank you, boo. Okay, so they did a Bet on Black commercial. Now let me tell you this: they be coming up with some good stuff. They just got to learn how to execute it. Cause I like that Bet on Black. You know, they got a charity. They're gonna have a casino night. Their restaurant is named Blaque. And I guess when you do the gambling, whatever, you bet on Black. I like that. Okay, it took them a while to get the commercial done, but I ain't mad at them because it's hard. It ain't easy. And sometimes when I'm doing just little short videos, I gotta stop and record again and again and again. So Bet on Black, I like the idea, right? When, like we all said, when Martel and Marsau had that conversation, and then Chris called and said he was outside with the for sale sign, I said, I cannot right now. And Chris, shout out to Chris earning that check. Chris is in a whole lot of scenes too. You know what? Y'all know I be on Carlos King behind, but I'm going to give it up to Carlos King. Because him making Nell and Chris like a fixture on the show, I think it was a good move. Now, I don't want to go into, because I don't know nothing for a fact, because people told me Chris got a shady past. I don't want to get into that because I don't know much about it, but since I don't know nothing, I'm gonna say it's a good move to have those two be a fixture, because Nell is messy. She messy, but we gonna see. All right. So and this whole thing with Marsau not moving out of that home is ridiculous. It's absolutely insanely ridiculous, and it's quite embarrassing. And why can't he go move in with his mama? Where's his mom? What's her name again, Miss Marlene? Where is Miss Marlene?
I thought she lost her
got a nice
house.
house. Did they live in the same? Does she live in Huntsville? He need to go over there and be with Miss Marlene until he could get himself a place. Okay? And Chris, you know, Chris was just sitting there. He didn't even help neutralize the conversation until the very end. Speak up, Chris. But Chris know he want to come through with them clothes. Every scene, Chris is ready. Got the hair comb, the suit on. All right. And then we got Kiki and Melody. Kiki got a lot going on. I'm glad she was able to show up to the restaurant for that scene. Kiki again she's staying in the hospital with the doctors. Because once again, she was telling Melody she just left the doctor, was at the doctor. She got to go back to the doctor. And now she thinks she's all right, but the doctor got to run more tests. I'm praying for Kiki. In the name of Tyra Banks, we're rooting for you, girl, because what is going on? What is going on? And she forever telling her cousin business. Forever telling her cousin business. Okay? Lakeisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my. Not Miss Marlene's. Thank you for the super chat. She said Martel's mom's house is listed for sale. Oh my. Oh, God darn it. In my opinion, see if we could get to talk to Miss Marlene too. Oh my God.
Okay, Diva.
Not Miss Marlene. Oh my. All right, Miss Marlene. So no wonder he couldn't go there. Thank you for the super chat and the info. Oh my, Miss Marlene. Yeah. Okay. So Kiki's telling Melody. She's telling Melody that, you know, Marsau had an affair. And there's these rumors going on. Now, how did the conversation jump from you got 55 hospital visits with your specialist, your primary care physician, the nurse practitioner, the OBGYN, you got to run CAT scans, MRIs, and then you let slip out of your mouth that your cousin and her husband, he done had an affair. Where they do that at, Kiki? She messy. E, your thoughts?
Sorry, Diva, I could not come to the mute button fast enough. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
First of all, Diva, this was atrocious. Marsau and Letitia got their iPhone 6 and iPhone 8 and popped up their cell phone holder and sent the assistant down to Target to purchase a ring light to film this little commercial.
Oh my.
And all I could think was all that money Marsau and Letitia made, and not one of them thought to sign up for some public speaking courses. Oh sweetheart, they were so inarticulate and lackluster. Letitia misused the present and future tense of the words love and secure. Plus, Marsau was looking down the whole time while Tisha was speaking. That wasn't cute. They said this was for charity, but if this was for charity, why was Marsau saying be sexy and look like you're single? Like, no, that didn't match. I get what he was trying to do, but still, I felt it was inappropriate for the occasion. Not to mention the outfits were totally wrong. They were mismatched, and Letitia's shoes made me want to throw my flat screen off the balcony. Letitia was dressed like Regine Hunter from Living Single, and Marsau was dressed like Overton. Those two, with their no type of charisma selves, reflecting on the feedback they received about the Black Expo, now we need to give you feedback on this commercial. This is not good. Now you have to add my commentary to the list. Letitia, stop telling people you have 2 master degrees when you speak with so much broken English. Whoa, Lord Jesus. When we got to this scene of King Marsau reading Martel for filth, I mean, Martel should have been plenty embarrassed. Plenty. Martel knows he borrowed money from Marsau, and Martel knows that the books for Scope were in the red. We all know that because this is why him and Melody had to file for bankruptcy, because there were so many bills that it was going to take them under. And Marsau knows everybody who was involved with Scope have reaped benefits off of the business except for Martel. Martel is the only one on the cast who gave up the business and is still looking stuck on stupid. Martel needs to go to Atlanta and help Sheree box up some more of those Who Gon' Check Me Boo t-shirts, because he just wants a pat on the back and he wants to be told that he's done a good job. At one point during that scene, I agree with Martel when he said perhaps Letitia and Marsau wanted to be like Martel and Melody, but the roles have been reversed and it's so deep. I'm willing to bet 5 acres and a mule. No man on this earth wants to trade places and be Martel Holt. Not Martel Holt. What is his last name? Yeah, Holt for a day, because he gave up his family. He traded his family and his 4 children, and gave that up for a side piece in that baby, and you still ended up with no woman, and you got to pay child support on all 5 of these children. Okay. And the reason Martel can't move out of that house is because he's a homeless squatter. He's squatting. I don't care if he's paying rent. You're not on month to month. They already told you more than once on camera to get the hell out. Martel doesn't have any place to go because that bankruptcy is kicking his black ass, because his credit is not good enough to get one of these places without a cosigner. And if you just told me that his mom's house is up for sale, who's going to sign and put their name on the dotted line for Martel with the way he's acting right now? He's a liability.
Yeah.
What I will say is he'll always have a room at Chateau Sheree. But towards the end of that meeting, it looked like to me Martel wanted to cry. I think you said that, Diva. And you could tell his lip noodle shriveled up about 2 more inches. It was very embarrassing. And I felt bad for Baby Knox and Martel Jr. on behalf of Martel. He needs some public speaking courses too. Last thing, that scene with those 2 bitter Bettys coming together to exchange notes on their king and queen. Messy Mel stay gossiping about Letitia and Marsau because she doesn't have a storyline. We said that. And last week it was, I made a conscious decision to be zen, and I'm on my best behavior. She's stirring the pot like she always is. She's slinging the cow manure all over Huntsville. I find it interesting Keke can't talk about the Crime Stoppers, but she knows everything about the threesomes. You know who these women are. You know when it took place. And I believe Keke, make no mistake about it. I'm not saying Keke is lying. I believe that Marsau had the threesome. 1000% I believe that. However, I want Keke to talk about Crime Stoppers. What was your car doing leaving out of that shopping lot? What were you doing? You almost hit an old lady trying to pull out of there and you ran over the bus stop. I want to know what Keke has going on.
Leo.
Woo, child, I'm diving for the daggone mute button. Okay. Wow. Woo. So, the way I took it for, because what was the scene before Martel and Marsau got into it?
I think that scene before those 2 was the one, the Blaque commercial.
That's right. Okay, that's right. I thought it was. I thought it was just me, friends. YouTube friends. I thought it was just me that thought it was terrible. I thought the linguistics was terrible. I thought the production was terrible. I thought the outfits was terrible. I thought it was just me, and maybe other people may feel it was a good, commercial. Bet on Blaque, and I appreciate the concept. But the little commercial that I seen, I was like, y'all need to hire some better people, or something else needs to happen, because I wasn't feeling it at all. And Marsau and Martel, I thought that Martel set up something for the cameras. I really think because they've constantly got into this argument about who did what for whom until Marsau came through and said, well, look, you asked me for money and yeah, you paid me back, but don't try to make like you did something for me that I didn't do for you. And I think sometimes that's something that they must rely on to make sure they get camera time or to stir the pot up or whatever. I'm not quite sure because it's non-value added as far as their relationship is. Because one thing I can say about these men, they can go in and then when it's over, they popping bottles and talking and chilling. And the thing about Marsau getting out the apartment, I think Martel is so immature. I'm just not in this space of when somebody tell me that I'm living in an apartment and I got to get out, right? I got to get out. So you sign a contract, you paid your money, the contract is out, this house is for sale, you got to get out, but you're going to say, well, when I find a place, then I'll leave. I'm not with that. I can't sleep at night not knowing that my space is not paid for. I can't. Me personally. And him being a 40-some-year-old grown man, he is very immature. Yeah. He is very immature. He acting like he is 18. When them people tell you it's time for you to go and you need to get out, you need to get your things. Because the sheriff deputy will be putting them papers at the door for you to get out here in a minute. So you need to be making arrangements. And then when it comes to Kimmy and Melody, that particular scene, I'm with E. I believe everything. Not Kimmy, Keke. Everything Keke said, I believe her. I believe every word that woman said. But at the same time, none of that ain't your business. Nobody came together to get into Marsau and Tisha them business. You supposed to be her cousin. Because I'm from the South. And I'm going to speak South to you. Mind your business. How you going to get out here and talk about what they got going on in their marriage? Who told you to do that? So I believe what she said, but it wasn't for her to say. And Melody sat there and gobbled it all up. Because she know Keke messy. And she appreciates it and she likes it.
And that's why with the Crime Stopper, she cut her a break. Because who else is she really going to be friends with? Who's she going to get the mess from? Right? Yep. So she can't fall out with her. And just Keke, I wanted to be there. I wanted to show my face. Girl. They probably dragged her and dusted her off to get her to that restaurant to have that scene with Melody.
And they probably did. And she looked decent too. But in the family business, you might catch a fist in the face telling the family business on camera back on the other end. So Keke, man, girl, you better watch your back because the family might come for you in ways that you don't even know nothing about.
She too much. Savannah, your thoughts?
I am going to agree with everything both E and Leo Aries said. Where to start? So the commercial, and I finally understood why Tisha drives me nuts, because she's so simple. She had a hard time being sexy and being comfortable in her skin, and she's a beautiful woman, but for her husband not to encourage her or just it made me feel uncomfortable how he was telling her that, trying to direct her to be sexy, and she was uncomfortable being sexy in front of the camera. So I imagine at home that must be an issue as well. It's just, and I think that's one of the reasons why she is so negative towards Melody, because regardless of how we feel about Melody does have an attitude and ambiance and energy of being sexy. So, and that's something that Tisha has not mastered yet. so she's not comfortable in her own skin. And that commercial was just so dark. Um, and I didn't understand the purpose of it, if it was a community event to build kids for homes for kids that need homes, or
Right.
remodel homes, or I didn't understand what the purpose of this whole Bet on Black event. Um, because and also Marceau kept talking down, and there was no energy, no matching between them. I didn't get it. What was the
Right.
purpose of that thing? I've already talked about Martel being a squatter, and just that whole. I'm hoping he has moved on and got his life together, because by this time it's pathetic now.
Yeah.
He might need to lean on Fred and see if Fred can hook him up and help him out. And Kiki and Melody. This is what drives me nuts about Melody, and I'm trying to like her, but I respect her business hustle. But it seems that her and Kiki's friendship is based on gossiping about Marsau and Tisha.
Mhm.
And Kiki, she looked a lot better than she did when she was in the kitchen with her husband. So I give it to her. She looked really good in this episode. But she has so much more that she can offer to this show, and I wish that we would get to know her, and about her personal growth and about her battles, because she could actually be helping someone else instead of, I mean, it's been season after season, the allegations of Marceau doing something out there on Tisha, and we all believe that is true,
Mhm.
just by not by what everybody else says, but by his actions and
Mhm.
how he treats her, and his lack of disrespect for her and his marriage. So we don't need the gossiping scenes between uh, Melody and whoever else to keep reaffirming that accusation when there has been no evidence presented, but Marceau and his own actions. So I really wish that Kiki would we would get to know Kiki and talk more about her, because I think her story, and I'm so glad that Stormy was not in these scenes. Besides that little snippet, when she had a conversation with Tisha, and she said, "Do you want me to stop calling your husband a B?" I mean, are you serious? Do you really need to ask a wife? Would she appreciate? And I don't. And she talked about how because she was raised that way, that's why she reacts. But supposed to be a CEO and a businesswoman, and Stormy will never make it into certain spaces and boardrooms with that attitude, with that round the way girl attitude. It will not work in a corporate America, and Stormy will not be more successful than she is. So that's what drives me nuts about Stormy. But this episode didn't give much, but it gave what the little that it did give. It gave something to actually talk about.
Yeah, it gave us enough. Lakeisha, thank you so much for the super chat. And you are correct. I forgot about this. On last week's episode, Martel told Chris and Fred, his new business partner, that he had found another place to move to. Move, Martel, move. It's embarrassing. It really, really is. It's not even funny at this point. Emmanuel, your thoughts?
So I think it's clear that Martel's parents clearly didn't teach him about discipline. Because when you're disciplined, you don't cheat on your spouse, you keep a job, you keep a home. And he's very immature and needs to grow up and get out of the house. Okay. I already talked about the Marsau and Martel fight. I think Marsau totally won on that one. And then this final scene. Oh my gosh. Okay. Every time I see Kiki and Melody, all I think is misery loves company.
Mm.
This is exactly what Melody's plan was, to put a battery on Kiki's back and do all the dirty work for her. So she sitting up there acting shocked about this. She's loving it. She knows exactly what she's doing. I
Mhm.
also think that maybe not too long from now, Miss Nell and Fletcher maybe they were brought here to replace Melody and Martel because they really have no storyline. And there are sometimes, if you guys have noticed, there will be episodes where we don't even see one of them for like the entire episode or two. So that's what I think. And then Kiki, this is not okay. This is your cousin, and I understand you have some beef with her, but coming out here on a national platform, trashing your blood relative who really did nothing to you. I don't understand what the big issue is. Why are you acting like this? And she's going online talking bad about her aunt, Miss Wanda. And then I see that next week she's going to be throwing drinks in Tisha's face.
Ooh.
That's not okay. You're a professor. Please act like one. And you know what? I feel like we all got a cousin like Kiki who's just always hating on you. And like, you know, and sometimes, you know, like you said in the beginning, Diva, with cousins like that who needs enemies, sometimes I feel like it's worse when it's your cousin because they're your family. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't wait for next week because that's gonna get crazy.
Ooh, it's gonna get crazy, yeah, and messy. Espar, thank you so much for the super chat. She said Melanie is a person who wants her friends to be single like her because her husband cheated with multiple women. She stayed until the baby. She looks down on Tisha. Misery loves company. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. 48, you're up.
Okay. Well, first, shout out to the Around the Way girls that make it to millionaire status. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she needs some growth, you know, in one's opinion, but you know, I just want to say shout out to Stormy. I like Stormy. For Martel, now Diva, did he start like? Was his mama and them rich, or like, did he have humble beginnings?
No, they all did. That's the other nice thing about this show. They all did, and when the show first started, I think, to be honest with you, with a lot of these reality shows, I think they get the gig, and then what happens once they get the gig, I feel like their marriage was already in trouble before the gig, but they get the reality show, and then they try to make their marriage work because they want that check. So
well, Diva, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as far as like he need to get out that man's house. Like, to me, that part is crazy to me.
Oh no, it is crazy. But he did come from humble beginnings. They didn't have money.
So it's like it's not brand new to him. Like, to me, that's one of the things that is, I think, aggravating about not just him, but other reality stars on his show as well. If you come from a certain, it's like they forget where they come from. You know what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on that. Now with the commercial, it was hilarious to me. I felt like when he was recording, he looked down and he was like, "Oh my God, we should have hired them whores." You know what I'm saying? He should have hired the women that he likes to cheat on his wife with. You know what I'm saying? Because she was looking very uncomfortable. Like the other caller said, he had to like coach her, but it was in a nice, nasty way, like he always do. So he should have just hired the women that he likes. And because her husband never cheats on her, like he never looks away, then she should have been cool with that. And then she should have hired a man that she wants, that she likes. I think that would have been a nice, even trade. But her like demeanor there to me was more like, maybe she should do a commercial with Miss Fletcher for the daycare. Very goofy like to me. So yeah, that's my opinion.
You're on mute, Diva.
I'm sorry, Dustin, your thoughts? Thank you, guys. Dustin? He might be on mute too, like me. All right, Lisa, I'm going to come to you and I'll go back to Dustin.
I do apologize. I'm back.
And you got to come back to me too, me Diva.
Oh, thank you. And Juanita, did I skip Juanita too? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Lisa. Because my screen is shifting.
Yes, you did, Diva.
Okay, I'm going to come back. Go ahead, Lisa. You on mute, babe. You on mute. She talking. Did okay.
Yeah, I really ain't got nothing to say about that commercial. It just looked, both of them were uncomfortable to me. It looked weird, and like one of the ladies had said before, they speech like they English and speech wasn't all right together. So I really don't got nothing to say. I would tell you too, I really don't like Marsau and Tisha. I don't like them. I really don't have no love for them. So they can go jumping like a fire, do whatever they need to do. So Kiki, Missy, what the mess? I'm sorry, y'all. That's my opinion. Yeah.
That's fine.
Kiki is messy, but you did hear Kiki say that that Tisha and Marsau used to talk about her. They talk about her being on drugs. They were telling her business. She said, "Well, since y'all gonna do that, let's go further. I'm gonna tell y'all business." But I thought her and Tisha had made up though. I really do, cause she keep the mess going, honey. Kiki is some mess, and Mel, you sitting there stirring the pot. You always talking about you want for zine. You ain't for no zine. You sitting there listening up to that mess right there. And yeah, I'm like everybody else. Homegirl, tell us about what went down at the CV, what the store you guys caught stealing it. Okay? We already know Marsau around here cheating. Okay? We already know that. But we want to know why you were with the baby and you was in there stealing. Why you in there stealing, okay? Bring your business out. Bring that out, okay? Don't worry about Marsau. You ain't cheating no more over there. And Mel, don't be staring the dumb pot when you around him talking about you so zing, you ain't got time for that energy because you ain't don't understand the dumb pot. You make me not like you. She really do. She make me not like her. I promise you do. I'm a big Melanie fan, but this time I'm not getting her when you sitting around talking to Kiki and you should be telling her, girl, you need to get your own life together while you worrying about Tisha and Marsau over there. That's what you need to do, okay? Stop worrying about them. Cause they ain't worrying about you. What the other one you was talking about though? The others.
I think you caught every scene that we talked about.
Oh yeah, the house moving. Yeah. Boy, Montel, get your ass together and get the head out that man house. Then I hate to be like this, be like I be taking everybody else. Baby, when they told me and my girlfriend we had to move out, baby, I had my stuff packed. I went out and found me a new place to stay. Because one thing you don't want to do, you don't want the sheriff to come out there and then put your stuff on the street. To put your stuff on the street and you sitting up there like a dumb fool. So, and I'm like, Chris, man, get your stuff on gate. You plenty of time. Get your stuff and get out. If you gotta go get an apartment or something, pack your stuff up, put your stuff in storage, and get the stuff up out get out and get going. But the sheriff pulled up out there. For the sheriff, I don't want the sheriff to come out and put you out. And like somebody else said, you ain't got nowhere to stay. I guess you and mom can go down the state to come down here to Atlanta and live with Sheree and Chateau Sheree, you and your mama. And your 4 kids and your 5 kids. I don't know why Sheree gonna like that. I don't know if Sheree gonna like that. Now you and mama and the 5 kids gonna stay at the house on it. You know, you love Chateau Way.
Chateau Sheree is already packed though. Miss Thelma in there. I want to think, what's the grandbaby name? That's the grandbaby cute. I think her and the mama living there.
Mecca.
Yeah, Mecca. I think Cairo living there. The chateau packed. Okay.
Well, the chateau so big. The chateau so big they can get some more people up in there. Miss Pauline can come live. All them come live in them and the 5 kids come live up in there. Shoot,
or he can
all of them come live.
Or he can do like he did originally. Go back there to Kenya's DMs and see if you got a room at Moore Manor.
Oh my.
My auntie, no Kenya ain't going for that. Kenya ain't going for that.
Okay.
That was too high. Now that was too cold.
Juanita, your thoughts?
Okay, first I'm saying, Fletcher be razor blade sharp. That man be dressed from head to toe. Okay, and now on the scene with Mel and Kiki, I've always said that Mel throw a rock and hide her hand.
Oh.
So she's getting all the information out of Kiki that she can. And as they say, you know, with cousins like Kiki, who need an enemy? You know, because she's just really letting them have. Well, they may have done her dirty in the past, but I'm like Lisa said, I thought they had made up. I really thought they had made up. And Martel need to get his butt on up out that house. Like he already talking about he's 44 years old and he don't take this, he don't take that. Well, you 44 years old, get your butt up and get you a house or an apartment or somewhere to stay. And let that man do what he need to do with that house that he need to sell. Get out, Martel. So that's it for me.
Thank you, Juanita. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Okay. Diva, don't hit me for this, okay? Okay. So let me tell y'all something, okay? The reason why Chris ain't being all rah on him is because Martel know all his secrets. So there it is, okay? Let me tell you something. They all cheat together, okay? I don't know if y'all remember this. Y'all remember back in the season, Chris said, "Oh, I was in Atlanta with so and so." This is what they use with their wives all the time. Oh, I'm with this person, but they not really with. This is the excuse they use. So no, none of them is gonna talk smack about now one of them because everybody got each other's secret. That's how it works. They holding each other's secret. So if I'm holding your secret, you holding mine. I'm only gonna go so far with you, and that's how they rolling. Okay, as far as Kiki has been gung ho, hollering to anybody who will listen. Okay. Telling everybody who will listen. Okay. I mean, her and her mama been on the YouTube street trying to peddle this stuff around. Let me tell you something. Kiki, I need you to get your life together. For somebody who claims, you know, oh, you so this and you so that, and you don't really want to hurt nobody and everybody hurting you. You the main one that's walking around to everybody trying to do it. And then Mel, for you to be up here just 2 or 3 episodes ago talking about something, well, you know, you and your cousin ain't on that level, but here you is again instigating stuff. I need you to make up your mind, ma'am. Are you reformed or are you trying to get out for blood? Because they're clowning your marriage when it was falling apart. So now you won't do the same. Let me tell you something. I don't trust none of these folks. They snakes, wolves, and sheeps.
Oh my.
They gonna get what they get and they deserve every piece of it. And I'm gonna be looking and laughing all while it's crumbling on them. Oh, but y'all keep in mind it's gonna be some more tea spread, so y'all just keep watching.
Oh, Diva.
Yes.
I comment on the commercial.
Okay.
And in Sebastian words, low budget. Low budget.
Oh my God. Okay. Dustin, your thoughts?
Okay, can you hear me now, Diva?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to say, I agree with everything that was said on the panel tonight, and I agree that everything, the stuff was low budget, and you guys did a good job tonight, and I will be here tomorrow night, Diva, and I love you very much.
I love you back. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget, Dustin, when is y'all do 90 Day Fiance on Thursdays over there at Juice?
That's on Thursday night at 5 o'clock. 5
o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all go over there to Juice Radio and Talk Show. Support Juice and Dustin. They do 90 Day Fiance. Okay, I don't watch that show, but maybe I'm gonna be over there and I'll support. And maybe, I don't know. Do I want to? No, let me stop. Let me not even go there. All right. I was going to say, do I want a fiance? But you know what? These men are messy.
I don't like funny, but they get crazy. I don't like that.
Listen, guys. Thanks for being here. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're giving us the show. I'm liking the show. I'm going to give Carlos King, I don't know how many more episodes we have left, but I'm going to give him his props. He turned that thing around.
I heard we have that. Oh,
say that again.
I heard we have like 3 episodes left, but maybe it's
for
one.
Another Marriage Huntsville, you think that's only okay? It could be. I don't know, but either way, I'm gonna give it up to them. I'm enjoying this season.
How long has it been going? I think it's been going. For
I don't remember the date, to be honest with you, Dustin. I just watched, but you know what? However many shows we got left, I will give Carlos King some credit. I'll get up off his back. Okay, I'm liking it this season so far, this split season, whatever he wants to call it. But listen, guys, for once, I'm actually getting out of here early. I will see y'all tomorrow night for Trending Topics, and we got some stories to talk about. Okay, so be here. Y'all know the time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, please hit it on the way out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night and goodbye, y'all. Did I get to everybody?
Good night, Dave.
I did, right?
Good night, Zira.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.